Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So this is a Silent Hill 2 remake, a walkthrough gameplay part 1 that's uploaded by theRadBrad, famous YouTuber. He uploaded a PS5 version, PlayStation 5 version in 4K. So what I'm going to do on this video, I will give you my impressions and what I think so far about Silent Hill 2. I don't have the game, but I want to just briefly give you my opinion on what I think so far and how the game looks and all that. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's do this, shall we? This is Unreal Engine 5, I believe. Looks pretty good. Especially for a PlayStation 5 version. I wonder what they will do with a PS5 Pro version on this game, like PS5 Pro Enhanced.
Could you really be in this town?
Wow, look at that. Wow.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. Mary died of that disease 3 years ago. So then why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Could Mary really be here? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Okay, the first thing first. What I'm seeing right now in the first 4 minutes of this game, I have to say, what Konami has done with Unreal Engine 5 here, it's remarkable. That this is like a proper remake, you know, and you can tell that they spent a lot of time with this game. They didn't rush through it. They really took their time to make sure that it's done right. And also this shows just how powerful PlayStation 5 is, man, to handle the Unreal Engine 5. When you know that PS5 can handle this, with Unreal Engine 5, then you know that the PS5, it's ready for whatever Unreal Engine 5 puts out there, and even Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, with the PS5 Pro, of course, you'll get more enhanced details, sharper image, better resolution, more performance, better advanced ray tracing, things like that, you know. Of course. But this is still pretty impressive. I know it's 30 FPS. I know, but it's 30 FPS, Mr. 4K. Do you need 60 FPS for this game? I think 30 FPS, it's more than enough for this game. That's just my opinion. But anyway, let's continue.
And I'm officially in control. I gotta say right now, I got chills, just like the music, him and the...
Yeah, so this is the RadBrad, whatever. He's talking right now. RadBrad. I'm sorry. I say RadBrad. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to say RadBrad, you know.
Like, this is always like an...
So, look, it looks great. Even he says, I mean, that it looks great. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm impressed. Obviously, I cannot play throughout the entire video, and I will not because it's his video. But it's a fair. I'm doing a fair use, but I cannot play his voice too much because, you know, it's his voice. But RadBrad, even he says. Well, let's see what he says really quick, just briefly.
All right, we got the map. Okay, zoom in.
All right, he's just talking about... No, he said something here earlier. He said something here earlier I want to hear.
And I'm officially in control. I gotta say right now, I got chills, just like the music, him in the restroom, it just, the whole entire setup. It's just like when I was a kid. All right, let's check around and see what they've kind of added, if anything. Playing on PS5 Performance mode. I was gonna play it on PC, but this is kind of how I got the game early, so.
Wow, RadBrad, on a performance mode, this looks amazing. I can only imagine how good the detail is on a quality mode, right? But on a performance mode, man, this is pretty impressive. Listen, man, I'm impressed. Listen, I know this year wasn't really a super great year for Sony. I know, with the whole thing that happened with Concord, right? And it hasn't been a really great year. I know. They lost $400 million, right? That's a lot of money, dude. But you have to admit that PlayStation, the games on PlayStation 5 runs really good, man. And I know some of you will disagree with me, but I got to tell you, man, I love my PlayStation. I really do, man. I don't care what anybody says. I love my PlayStation. I really do. And every game that I played on PlayStation just runs better. Look, I have Xbox. I'm looking at my Xbox right now, Series X. But PlayStation runs just, everything's more smoother. I don't know how to explain it, man. You know. And am I saying this because I'm a loyal Sony fanboy? I guess I'm a little bit subjective because I am a Sony fanboy. Everybody, some people didn't know that, but some people knew that I'm a Sony fanboy because the guy has 3 PlayStation 5s, 2 PS4 Pros, has a Portal, has a PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation VR Original, yeah, PlayStation 3 Fat. The guy, definitely, it's a Sony guy. Pfft, obviously. I think some of you knew this and some of you didn't know this, but fine. But I look, I'm impressed with how good this looks. And are you really going to see much of a difference on a PC version? Or Well, that's why we have a Pro. See, that's why the Pro, it's there. Pro, it's there to give you that little edge, that extra edge. And look, I have a PC. And you guys know how I feel about PC. I have a PC. I have a bunch of PCs, bunch of graphics cards, okay? I'm no stranger to PC. But you always have to adjust this, adjust that, tweak this, tweak that, get the new drivers, do this, do that, tweak this, tweak that, adjust this, adjust that. Too many tweakings you got to go through. On a PlayStation, it's very convenient. A PlayStation is convenient. That's why I love playing on a PlayStation on a console, because it's more convenient. And you get the same results, man. The same quality. People act as if on the PC it's a drastic difference. You know, we're not talking drastic difference. We're not talking from 8-bit to 10-bit. I mean, I'm sorry, from 8-bit to like 64 or 64-bit, or 8-bit to 1 gigabit. You know, we're not talking dial-up to high-speed internet 1 gigabit. You know, we're not talking to 500 kilobytes to 200 terabytes. We're not talking drastic difference. You know, we're not talking 480p and then 2160p. We're not talking drastic difference. So when I talk about, are you going to see a drastic difference? No. The quality is always going to be the same. So let's continue this. I'm sorry, but I just had to say a few things. And I'm sorry, RadBrad, for calling you RadBrad. It was a mistake, man. I misspoke. You know, sorry about that. It's just, I don't know why I called you RadBrad. You're not a rat. I'm sorry. My apologies. Just came out of my mouth.
It's for handwriting.
Hold on. Okay, let's see this. Hold on. Let's check it out a little bit more. I can't play too much of RadBrad voice, but
One.
let me see. Oh, there's that scene. Why people complained about this? She looks fine, dude. There's nothing wrong with this. Like, I don't get it. Like, why people are...
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just...
Hey, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But... I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog, either.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. It's kind of hard to explain, but...
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone. Someone very important to me.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean, my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry, it's not your problem.
No, I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
There's nothing wrong the way she looks. I don't know why people complained about this. Like, There's absolutely nothing wrong the way she looks. I think she looks fine, you know. I mean, what do you want him to do? Make her, you know, wear a bikini? I mean, why does everything has to be sexualized, you know? Yeah, listen, I like looking at hot chicks in the bikinis too, but man, why you want to put that in every game, you know? Not every chick wants to be, you know, selling herself. Look at me, you know. Some chicks are conservative, some they have respect for themselves, they don't want to show too much. They're, you know, they're virgins or whatever. Like, so, like, come on, guys, you know, like, when I hear these complaints, people complaining, oh, blah, 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 she doesn't look too sexy, blah, 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 blah. Just shut up. Shut up, you know. You know, stop you watching too much of that Pornhub, okay? Get off of adult webcams and Pornhub. You're watching too much of that nonsense. It's bad for your brain. That's not how it is in real life, okay? Jesus. But anyway, let's continue. People will find any kind of excuse these days to bash a game. Any kind of excuse. They did the same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. Don't even get me started on that.
Hits you, you know? One thing about horror games in general, it's kind of like one of my favorite genres to cover on my channel.
Yeah, me too. I love horror games. And that's why I love month of October. Another cool thing about the month of October, it's well, it's the holiday season, right? You got 2 months left, and then, you know, you got a winter. You got a brand new year, and 2 months, it's just holidays. But things are different now, you know. I don't know if people celebrate much, you know, considering how bad things are. You know, we don't want to talk about all of that stuff. We're not here to get depressed, you know. We're here to focus on games, you know. But yeah, man, I love horror genre. It's fun. It's fun. It's just a fun genre, you know. And look, man, this looks great. I have to say I'm impressed. Performance mode looks amazing. This is definitely how I will play it on October 27th. October 27th is when I will be able to play this game. You know. Because that's when I get paid from YouTube. So then I'll be able to use some of that money, you know, to purchase this on a PlayStation. This is impressive. I have to say, this looks great. What I'm seeing so far, it's really impressive. And what's even more impressive is PlayStation 5. And again, I'm watching this through YouTube, so it's compressed, you know. I can only imagine with a high dynamic range, watching it natively on my OLED TV or even on my PlayStation Portal, man, you know. So this looks great. Don't forget, I can also play this game on my PlayStation VR 2 on a big screen, you know, on a big screen, giant big screen, which when you put on a headset, you know, it gives you that big screen, you know, which is right here. I mean, I have it. Gives you that big screen, you know, theater experience, you know. So look, man, it's already been 19 minutes. Look, I just want to say, oh, look at that. I like that they have some hot chicks in there. That's nice. It's cool. Look, I just want to say that that this looks pretty impressive. You know, I'm impressed with what I'm seeing here, and job well done, Konami. You know, so I know that this will come to Xbox next year, But let's be honest, you know, this was really made for PlayStation to take the full advantage of haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and the spatial 3D audio. Especially with the haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and the spatial 3D audio, it's going to make the atmosphere of this game even more immersive, especially at night. So, you know, obviously, this will always play better and look better on the PlayStation 5. Well, there you have it. This is my first impression. I'm sorry it's 20 minutes. Big thanks to RadBrad for uploading this video, man. This is awesome. Sorry that I called you a RadBrad. It just came out of my mouth, man. I don't know what happened. It just came out of my mouth by accident. It's RadBrad. So thank you, man. Appreciate it, Brad. This looks great. Looks great. It looks impressive. I can't wait for October 27th. And it's just in time for Halloween. You know, I know it's October 27th. I know this game is already out. If you have the early access, and then tomorrow it's already officially released. But October 27th, it's even better, because on October 27th, it's just a few days before Halloween, so perfect, right? Perfect way to get into the Halloween mood, you know, and so yeah. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. You asked me to give you my opinions on what I think about Silent Hill 2 Remake. Well, just like RadBrad, I'm impressed. He's impressed. Performance mode is very impressive. Quality mode, 30 FPS. That's what you expect from PlayStation 5, I think, on any game. But performance mode here looks pretty impressive. So there you have it. Thank you for watching.